Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Taylor, and in today's video I'm going to be filming an affordable makeup look for you guys, because who needs expensive makeup when you have the drugstore? So I got my bag of goodies right here of everything that we're going to be using, and look, and it literally fits in a bag like this, so you could travel with it anywhere you go. Obviously when you're doing the makeup, you're gonna need your coffee. So to prime our beautiful faces, I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Outlast. You're just going to rub it on real good. I only put it right here because I get super duper oily. So I take the e.l.f. primer, that's for oil control, and I'm going to put it where I'm oily, which is like my T-zone pretty much, which is like up in here, like super duper, like a slippery slide, you know? So the next thing I'm gonna do are the brows. So a really good eyebrow pencil is the e.l.f. It's just the brow pencil, literally. And I'm in the shade Taupe. So I usually comb my eyebrows first, like just because, you know, they're probably cray-cray from rubbing all that stuff on me. And I just got literally my eyebrows done like a week ago, not even, and they growing really fast, so slow down. So what I do is I just outline my eyebrow pretty much. I really don't like a harsh brow. I never liked one. I don't know why, I have no harsh brow for me. So I just, like I said, just keep outlining your eyebrow until it looks perfect, and keep combing through if you need to, and then do the same thing that you did to that eyebrow to this eyebrow. Keep combing. So the next thing I'm going to put on is just like an eyebrow gel, just to kind of like keep them all secured. So I get this one, it's called Ready Set Brow. It's from the European Wax Center. Fun fact, that's where I get my eyebrows done because I freaking love that place. They are so good, or at least my lady is. Shout out to you, Robin. She's so good, and they're really informative and really help you like find like products for your eyebrows, like if that's something that you were looking into. So she showed me, you know what I told her? I was like, I just want a clear eyebrow gel, and this is perfect, and you could even put it on your eyelashes if you didn't feel like wearing mascara. So it's like two working things, and that is awesome. So I just remembered I need to go wet my beauty sponge, and it's the Real Technique one, so you could pretty much get that like anywhere. The beauty sponge is wet. So the next thing that I'm going to do is just clean up the eyebrows and prime the eyelids. So I'm going to be using my CoverGirl concealer in the shade Natural Ivory. So I just go like this, and I just like take the dofa and I literally just go like so. I don't really like clean them up like that sharp or anything like that. I just say that I'm cleaning them up, but I pretty much just like take my sponge and just try to get as close as I can to the eyebrow itself. And it pretty much like does the job. See, it's just like perfect. It pretty much just cleans up your eyebrow while primes your eyelid. I use the Fit Me loose powder in the shade Fair 05. So you're just gonna open it up, and then all the little things are gonna fly all over the place, and you're gonna take a brush. I use this Real Technique brush. Just dip it into the powder, dip it into the pan, and then just put it all over your lid. What we're going to be using today is the Going Coconuts by ColourPop. You could obviously get this on ColourPop's website, or I think Ulta is now carrying it, or I don't know, like this palette, but they do carry ColourPop. So if you didn't want to get it online, just go to the store. This is what the palette looks like. So pretty. So I like this palette because it's a very neutral one and you could pretty much create like an everyday look. And those are the looks that I like. I want to try to look natural but glam at the same time. So this palette would be great for that. So I'm going to start off with, it's called Lovely Bunch right here. And then just put this in your crease like so. And sometimes I like to pull on my eyelid and kind of blend at the same time, because I just started doing that and I feel like my makeup game has went from 0 to 10 in like seconds. So I totally recommend just like pulling on it like this and then just rocking it into your crease, and it's like amazing. Instead of putting like tape, or I feel like this is better, and then you could just like clean it up when you put your foundation or concealer on. So the next shade that I'm going to be taking, it's called Coolada, which is right over here. Same thing, I'm just going to be kind of like putting it into my crease and kind of like pulling on it a little bit. So then the next eyeshadow color that I'm going to is the Shell Yeah. So I'm just going to go like this again, go like that. And pretty much I'm going to focus it more in the center of my eyelid. Just really get that in. And then you can see like you're starting to get like a nice brown, like neutral look. You know, it's great if you're just like going out and you just kind of want to look natural, but like I said, glam at the same time. Then we're going to use the shade Nutty. It's a darker brown, and you're not going to want to like, you know, just lightly like pat it in. And then just do like little circular motions in the outside corner, just to kind of darken it up. I'm going to do the same to this side. Pat it in, and then you're kind of like circular motions, like mini ones, and then kind of rubbing back and forth a little bit at the same time. And it just looks so nice, like a little, you know, a little bit in that outer corner. Then I'm going to take Coolada again, and sometimes what I like to do is I feel like it kind of like the shade that I wanted left a little bit, I'll go in and kind of like go on that outside of all the eyeshadows and kind of like blend it together, and then just like blend it out a little bit. Then for, you know, the cute little glitters that we're going to put on the lids, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Coconut Primer Water because it's amazing. And I'm going to take a brush and I'm just going to spray it just a little bit. I'm going to go like that a little bit. Then I usually just go on my hand a little bit just so it's not so damp. And then I'm going to take the shade Cocoa Rush, which is right in the center, like this. And you could just like see it's just like nicely packed on. And then what I do is I'm going to pat the glitter on. Don't rub, like pat it on like so. Just because you're gonna get it right where you want it. And then you could kind of drag it up if you want it up here a little bit like I do. And then you could see that like, and I kind of just bring it like to the midway point, like right here. If you go a little over, it's okay. So now that I have it on already, like both eyes, I'm gonna take the little Nutty color again. And just because, like I said, if you went a little over, which is fine, you could just take that shade again and kind of just like blend them together, because that usually looks really nice with each other. So since that there's like all fallout from the glittery eyeshadow, I'm just going to take this little cotton round and I'm just going to get some makeup remover, and you can just like take it, or if you have a makeup remover wipe, that could work too. So the foundation that I'm going to be using today is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation. This is my favorite store foundation affordable makeup. It is amazing. But I love this. This is great like for traveling, like anywhere I go, this is with me. It is so convenient to use, and that is why I love it. I'm going to put, you know, drag it on like so. And I put a lot on, so like don't be afraid to put a lot on, it's fine. Oh, by the way, I'm in the shade Soft Ivory because it's winter and your girl's pale. So I'm just gonna go like this. Then I just take my beauty blender and I usually have it damped because I think it works better. And I like drag it like this. Just sometimes that works, whichever way you prefer. I kind of do both, like I pat and drag at the same time. And then I would take a little bit more of like in my problem areas that I feel like I'm, you know, experiencing some pimples or, you know, something like that. And a little bit over here. Then on your forehead, I just go. Then when you're all done, you just cap it back up. So there's this little thing that I've noticed with just like doing makeup just in general that I've noticed that I love so much. Usually use the Born This Way with it just because I love the way it like looks, but since this is affordable makeup, obviously we're not going to be using that. So I'm just going to take my e.l.f. concealer. It's the camo one, and what I like to do is, like I said, if I see problem areas, I'll just like take a little bit concealer and sometimes like just put it like all over my face for like double coverage. Since I've been doing that, my makeup has transformed. Like it looks so much better. I feel like just like adding just like a concealer, like not a foundation, because you know conceal is to conceal. So like I just kind of like put it all over my face sometimes, like especially on my cheeks, because like I said, that's where my problem areas is. And like just look, everything just looks so much smoother. I'm going to take my concealer again, the CoverGirl one, and we're just going to stick it right underneath your eyes, like so, like this. And then I put it only down my nose. I don't put it anywhere else. And then I first blend my nose, I feel like, just to get it done and over with, because it's a small area. Then I go with my eyes, and this is where I usually clean up if I have any, you know, eyeshadow that like just went places that it shouldn't have went. Now it's powder time. So I'm going to use the Fit Me again. Same brush, and I'm just going to take it like this and then just put it in like, you know, the pan itself. Just kind of go like this, and then I just drag it underneath my eyes. And I feel like this brush is perfect because it's nice and small. You know, you're not using such a big brush. You just kind of want to get in the little creases and everything and make sure everything looks good. And I will put this in my T-zone because like I said before, I'm oily. And like on my nose. So pat it on my nose and like in here. Then to set my whole face, I'm going to be using the Milani Press Powder in the shade Fair, which is 01. And then I'm going to take my big brush and just kind of put it all over my face. I use a dabbing motion. Don't rub. So now we're gonna bronze. This is one of my favorite bronzers, is by Wet n Wild. It is the Sunset Strip Tease. It's amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my e.l.f. brush. It's a bronzer brush. So I've had this thing for years, so you could tell like it doesn't even have the name even on it anymore. And I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna move my little headpiece. That's what I do. Just like this. And a little bit down here. And then I'll take a little bit up here. So with that same bronzer, I'm gonna like put a little contour on my nose. So I actually have the same e.l.f. brush, but a newer one. Take this, and I'm just gonna like I said, follow the shape of your nose. And I feel like it's just enough sometimes. And if you want like a little bit more harsher in here, you could take it again with the same color and just take your more defined brush. You could go back in so it's a little harsher on the cheek bones. Now we want to clean up a little bit because now we want to clean up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my powder again, the same powder, and I'm going to just drag it kind of like so, and then like that a little bit. I'm just gonna let it sit there and do the other side just so it's like cleaned up, so you know my bronzer's like not all the way down here. And then if you're like, wow, that's really harsh looking because you could see it's a little harsh. You could just take your big fluffy brush that you used for your face, sometimes I'll do, and just kind of go like this. And I feel like that works also. Then we're going to take our blush. This is the Milani brush. As you can see, I like Milani. It's a really, really good product. You get it at Walmart. I think that's where you get it. This is the shade 11, and look how pretty. It is a rose. So pretty. I took this really big fluffy brush, kind of smile a little bit when I put it on, and I just go like this. And it just looks so nice. Just like this. It's such a pretty color. Now that I have you zoomed in a little bit, I'm going to take my highlighter. This is also Milani. I'm going to be using two. This is Milani and this is Wet n Wild. So first I'm going to take the Milani. This is in the shade 01 Afterglow. So I'm going to go like this and then like really like rub it in. And then you will see that glow pop up. And I'll take it up here a little bit, down in here. Do the same. Then I'm going to take the Wet n Wild. This has been out like forever. This is called Blossom Glow 319B. And I'm going to just take this just a little bit because we already have highlighter already on, but it kind of like pops with each other, I feel like. And then I'm going to put this one on my nose. Like that. And take a little bit up here. And then a little bit up here. So now that we're all done with the face, we're gonna go back into our eyeshadow palette and these two brushes. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to take the Lovely Bunch that we were using. And then I'm going to just like put it underneath the eye like this. And take a little more. And then put it underneath the eye. Then I'm going to take the shade Shell Yeah and use the same brush and just like put it underneath. Like so. And then do the same to the other eye. Then I'm going to take the Nutty shade that we used for out here. Just gonna take a little bit of that. Then I kind of like grab my eye a little bit just so I have control over the brush. I just put it underneath like so. And it just gives you like that nice like smoky dark look. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do a winged eyeliner at the top of my lid, of course. So I'm gonna be using the ColourPop liquid liner. I just picked this up at Ulta. It was on clearance actually, so it was only $4, which is great. So I'm gonna do my winged eyeliner and I will be right back. Eyeliner is done, and for the eyeliner that I put underneath, I really only use like one. That's the only one I use, and it's just like black. But I use the Urban Decay 24/7, and I just didn't have like a normal one, so I just didn't want to put that in the video. But if you wanted to know, that's what I used. And then we're going to spray our face. So I have by the Jeffree Star Morphe Set and Refresh. Oh my god, it smells amazing. But we're going to spray it on our face. And then I usually let that dry and then I get dressed. So guys, I'm back and I'm dressed and I even did my hair, cute little thing. I thought it looked cute today. So now that I'm dressed, I usually wait to put on my mascara. Like I usually get dressed and all that stuff because then, you know, the mascara just gets all over the place. So the mascara that I'm going to be using is the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I'll put some on. I'm going to put some on my bottom lashes first. Now that they're on the bottom, I'm going to put them on my top lash. Now that my mascara is on, I usually do 2 coats, top and bottom. I usually put a lip color on. I'm very neutral. I literally have the same shade in my makeup collection, but I'm going to be using this one today. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte So this is the lipstick. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. My Instagram will also be down there, so if you like this look that I created and you want to show it to me, it will be in the description below. And also, if you're looking for a new wardrobe, I have a Poshmark, and that will be in the description below. So I hope you guys like this, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!